It's your boy Kid Trunks, aka the greatest Asian rapper alive, coming straight from Broward County, Florida. And I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Tune in.
It went from friend to an enemy. That's what they said to be. But you forgive and won't forget about that enemy.
All right, so we got Kid Trunks off the porch with us today.
You feel me? Your boy Kid Trunks coming straight from Broward County, Florida, east side Fort Lauderdale. We were off the porch and yeah, we here with it.
Yeah, how you feeling today, man? Come back.
I'm feeling great. Yeah, we just touched down to Atlanta. Energy's really great. Weather out here is cold, but doing good.
Bro, a couple hours ago, it was sweating. It was hot. Like, it dropped that quick.
Yeah, I don't know where this big cold-ass breeze came from, but it's fucking cold as like, it's fucking cold as shit.
Yeah, do you come up here to Atlanta pretty often?
Not really. I haven't. The last time I went to Atlanta was possibly for my show I had on tour like about a year ago. Okay. But I haven't been back since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take it back with your story, man. Born in Vietnam?
Born in Vietnam.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
So how old were you when you moved to the US?
Shit. I was 2 years old when I came to America. I was in and out of Massachusetts and Florida. So like my grandma's side of the family, my mom's side of the family just moved to Boston, and my dad's side of the family moved to Florida. And yeah, I was just in and out of Boston and Florida for a few years, and eventually I just moved to Florida and just stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up there in Broward County, man?
Shit, that shit was shit is crazy. Like I didn't have the best childhood, but yeah, I didn't have the worst. You feel me? Yeah. My mom tried her best, and she did everything she could to give me whatever I needed. But I was mainly raised by my peers and the people that was around me. It was pretty rough. Yeah. High school, middle school was pretty rough, but as I got older, shit started to change. So,
did you finish school?
Unfortunately, I did not. I dropped out my 10th grade year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, to pursue the music career.
Okay. Well,
it was definitely worth it.
Looks like it worked out.
Yeah, it definitely worked. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
All right. So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
Shit. I'll be real with you. I probably jumped off the porch when I was like 14, 15. Yeah. Eventually, I just stopped going to school because I told my mom that like, yo, this school shit wasn't really working for me. And like, it was really draining mentally because like, I was getting bullied in school, and I was tired of getting bullied in school. And it got to a point where it was like, you know what? I'm tired of going to school, dealing with this bullshit every day. I got to fucking handle or just deal with some type of dumb shit every day. So my mom just eventually told me, just do what you gotta do. Just stay safe and just make sure you go through with your plan. Yeah. And shit, it tended to work out. So.
Why do you think you were getting bullied? Just because you were different?
Shit, I was mainly getting bullied because I wasn't really standing up for myself. Truly, I was a very little person when I was like 14, 15, and I barely had any friends, feel me? And shit, mainly I wasn't standing up for myself. I would just let like everyone pick on me and step over me, and at some point people started to take advantage of that. But then I started coming around some real people, and they started to give me pointers and just give me advice and all this shit, and yeah.
So what advice would you give some other kids who may be going through the same thing? Just stand up for yourself?
Shit, yeah, stand up. Be yourself, and don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, you feel me? Like, you're not gonna die. The worst thing that could happen is you get fucking punched in the face, but shit, don't let yourself get punched in the face. Stand up for yourself. Stand about your respect and just stand on that shit, man. Yeah.
So what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons you learned while growing up?
Shit. One of the biggest life lessons for me, honestly, is just to honestly be yourself and don't be anybody else, because there's a lot of people in this world that tend to not be themselves and end up leading themselves to the wrong direction. So the biggest life lesson is just to be yourself. Yeah. And keep doing what you gotta do. Don't let nobody stop you from doing it.
Yeah. And what was one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome to make it to where you're at today?
Oh man, shit. Like, one of the biggest obstacles was honestly just going through the process of being an up-and-coming artist, and also the process of growing into a young man, And shit, growing into a young man, that shit, life is stressful, and life really hits you in many ways that, you know, you wouldn't expect it. I don't really want to get into deep with shit, but shit, I'm only 20 years old, and like, I feel like I've been through the most in my life. And like, I know there's a lot of people out there that have been through worse, but like, man, hey man, I'm still alive. That's all that matters, man.
Yeah. I'm
here. We off the porch for this. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you seem to be pretty open with everything that you battle. Has that always come easy to you?
At first, it really wasn't easy because I was a very, like, I still am, but it started to get better. But I used to be a very insecure person, and like, I would be afraid to open up to people, even my loved ones and even my homies. And like, even recently, I just started to, like, you feel me, like, no homo, drop my nuts more, and just, feel me, just let people know how I feel, and just, you feel me, stand on certain things. And I mean, only reason why I feel so easy to open up to people is because I like genuine energy, you feel me? If I open up to you, I mean, I don't expect the same back, but I expect some type of good energy in return, you feel me? And shit, all I look for nowadays is just genuine energy. And if I open up to you, there's only two things that can happen. You can reciprocate the energy, or I could just see that shit right through you, and I could just see you a fake ass person. And it is what it is, you feel me? I'm not really judging. It's just, that's how life goes.
That's real right there.
Yeah.
How many tattoos you got now?
Too many. Way too many. Or at least on my upper body. I don't have anything on my lower body. My manager got a fucking big ass tattoo on his shin or on his leg. He told me that shit hurt, so I don't think I'm gonna get one. I'm not trying to go through that. So, I mean, maybe I will one day. You never know. Never say never.
What was the most painful one you got?
The most painful one I got I got this big ass dragon piece on my back. I'm not gonna take my shirt off. You feel me? If you wanna see it, go to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I got a big ass dragon on my back. That shit took like 6 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that shit hurt like a bitch. I only did the outlining because that shit hurt way too much. That shit's huge.
So you didn't get it colored in?
Nah. It still look good though, so it is what it is. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. It just look good.
Yeah. What was the first face tat you got?
Oh shit. Don't mind my face. You feel me? I got a little cat scratch, literally cat scratch. My first face tattoos was this, and this. I got all three of these, the hate, the heart, and the Playboy bunny at the same time when I was 15.
15?
Yeah, in the back of somebody's backyard in like a little shack. And like, that was like them times when I was on Xanax and on heavy drugs, and like, I was tripping, but it is what it is. Like, I learned a lot from it. Do I regret getting my face tattoos? No, because I feel like it represents a lot of my, you know, things that I've went through in the past, and it represents me as a whole. So I don't really regret any of the tattoos I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your mom's reaction when you showed up with
your
first tat?
Oh my goodness, yo. Like, all right, so I grew up in a very traditional household, and like, my mom, like, she would accept me doing a little certain shit, like smoking a little weed from here and there, but she would still trip on me and shit, you feel me? But I didn't even go home. Like, as soon as I didn't even go home. Like, when I got the face tattoos, me and my homies was like chilling at Airbnbs and shit. I was chilling out there at Airbnbs for like a week or two, and then eventually shit stopped, and I went back to the crib. As soon as my mom seen my face tattoos, yo, I can't even explain, or just the type of anger and the energy that was in the air. Like, that shit, I felt like I just caught a body or some shit. Like, my mom was so hot. Like, yeah, just know she was really, really, really angry, to the point where she didn't even want to say nothing. She was quiet the whole time, like, okay. And then the next day she went off. Why the fuck would you do? But she said this in Vietnamese, so you know it's like, you already know. I mean, I'm not gonna explain. If you got a mom and you got face tattoos, and you know how it is. I ain't gotta explain. She was mad though. too mad. But it's okay, Mom. It's worth it. I love you.
All right, so what had inspired you to first start making music?
Really, I always wanted to be an artist all through my life. As a South Florida jit growing up, I was inspired by a lot of different things. When I was younger, I wasn't really listening to a lot of Florida artists because I was young and I didn't know what artist was which. I just heard what was on the radio. So I was really inspired by like 50 Cent when I was younger, and I seen the movie Get Rich or Die Trying. Who hasn't seen that shit and didn't get inspired, you feel me? So I seen that movie and I got inspired like a motherfucker. I was like, damn, I want to be a rapper. Shit, I want to be this gangster figure, this, that, and the third, but you feel me? I ain't no gangster. I just be doing my thing. That movie really inspired me to be an artist, and as I grew up, I didn't really take things seriously until I hit 15. Throughout my whole life, I like dibbled and dabbled with like making music, but I really didn't take shit serious until like 2015 and shit. And yeah, mainly 50 Cent and like other alternative bands like inspired me to make music and shit. So yeah.
There's not many Asian rappers.
No, not really.
Did you see any growing up?
I'll be honest, no, not at all. Yeah, growing up, I didn't see one Asian rapper. They were like, no, hell no.
That didn't deter you at all?
But like, as I got older, it got me thinking like, damn, I could be a rapper and I'm Asian. If I get face tattoos and become a rapper, things will probably go good for me. And it did. And it ended up being the greatest Asian rapper alive, so it is what it is.
How'd you get the name Kid Trunks?
It was me and my homies at my old crib back in the East. It was me and like 3 other people. I'm not friends with one of the persons that was there, but we was just talking about artist names and shit. And eventually Dragon Ball Z, the anime, got popped up. And we started talking about shit, and one of my homies was like, yo, like, you look like Kid Trunks. Like, if you dye your hair pink, or if you dye your hair purple, like, yo, like, Kid Trunks will suit good for you. And I was like, I don't really know, because at the time, Lil Uzi was running off with Lil Uzi Trunks. But my homie was like, nah, fuck that shit. Use Kid Trunks, run off with that shit. And ever since then, I used it, ran off with it. Here I am, on the porch.
How and when did you first meet X?
I first met X at a girl's house. It was his girlfriend at the time, which is now his ex. And she was like, sort of like my best friend. And I would go to her house and just hang out, smoke and chill. And my current manager, Absent Will, was his manager at the time, and he would just drop X off at her house, and like he would be there all the time. And yeah, that's how we met. We didn't get along at the first tip because he wasn't a really friendly person, and like I could see that, and I could tell. But I still tried to like, you know, be friendly and blah blah. And eventually, at some point, we were hanging around the same friend group, and it was a lot of mutual friends. So eventually he just was like, no, fuck it, just took me in. And yeah.
How soon after that did you guys start recording together?
Honestly, like we didn't make music together until like 2017. Like when he got out of jail, when he like first blew up. Cause I wasn't really making music like that at the time. I was just in charge of promotion for members only. I was making my music from here and there, but I wasn't really taking it serious. I was just more focused on getting the group to be as big as it is, you feel me? Along with all my other brothers that put in the work. Yeah.
What was it like working in the studio with them once you guys did start creating?
It was crazy. It was a lot of vibrant, a lot of crazy energy in the air. I can't say he's the easiest person to work with, but he is one of the most, like, you learn a lot working with him. And like, I'm very grateful and I'm very glad to be able to soak in the knowledge that he gave me. So, yeah.
What's his legacy down there in South Florida?
Shit. Like, he left a very big and huge mark on South Florida in the music, in the music game, in the streets, and just not in the universe in general. And shit, it ain't really much I can say about that right now, but all I know is members only, and myself and everybody members only, we're trying our best to keep his legacy going. That's all I can say.
What's the music scene like in Broward County right now?
Oh shit, the music scene is lit right now. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of people back in Broward that's doing their thing. Shit, you got FSO De Niro, you got San Juan K, you got C-Trick, you got Fetty Records, you got AMP Fetty, Rich Fetty, you got FCG Heem. Like, it's a whole bunch of people back in Broward doing their thing right now. You feel me? Shout out to New Era Promotions and shit. South Florida doing their thing right now. And it's been a minute since I've seen a lot of artists just, you know, come together or not just shine and just, you know, do their thing. Because there's a lot of jealousy in Florida. Not just in Florida, just anybody, anywhere in general, you feel me? So to see a lot of artists doing their thing, either together and just, you know, support one and each other, it's a good thing to see. So the scene is pretty good right now.
All right, talk to us about the new song and video, IDK Part 2, man.
Oh, shit. Honestly, that song was just like, when I recorded that song, I just went through some petty ass shit. Like, it was some petty ass shit. And I just felt like expressing how I felt in the moment in that song. And throughout that song, I was just basically explaining where I came from and what I dealt with in life, and basically just getting to know me as a person and where I came from as a whole. You feel me? Not a lot of people know where I came from. A lot of people think I'm just from Florida and just lame ass shit, doing all this little weird ass shit. Nah, I'm from Eastside Fort Lauderdale. You feel me? Middle River Terrace, Middle River Park. And yeah, IDK Part 2. Listen to it. Go watch it.
Yeah, why did you decide to make a Part 2? Because the first one was your biggest song, right?
Yeah, the first one it did numbers. Yeah, but it was just, I wanted to do a Part 2 because I felt like it was the right time, because when I dropped the first one, I was talking my shit. And I wasn't per se talking my shit to disrespect anybody, because all I said was, you know, my name is Kid Tronington. I feel like I'm the greatest Asian rapper alive. And in my opinion, I feel like every artist in the world should feel like they're the greatest. And I really didn't see any other Asian artists just, you know, really put on for the Asian culture. I've seen a few do it, you feel me? I'm not saying I haven't seen none, but I didn't see at the time, I didn't see no Asian artists going on the internet talking their shit like, yo, I'm the greatest Asian artist, just putting on for Asians in general, you feel me? So I was like, fuck it, let me do it. Let me see if it'll work. And it did. I got a lot of people mad. It is what it is. And I'm about to do it again. I did it again.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you got some negative backlash.
Of course I did, but it is what it is. I ain't worried about that shit. I love it. I really love it, because I know genuinely and deep down within, I'm not disrespecting nobody. You feel me? I'm not out here false claiming blase blah. I'm not woody woo. Nah. I feel like I'm the greatest. If you don't like it, it is what it is. So be it.
All right, what can you tell us about your most recent project, Moon?
Oh yeah, that album. Oh shit. Basically, that album was just how can I explain it? It was just a very different body of work that I've never really like attempted trying to do before. I worked on that project for like 2 years. A lot of my fans really like shunned me out and like just put me on blast for not releasing it sooner. but it was a lot of technical difficulties. It's out now, but it is what it is. Throughout my life growing up as a kid, I used to listen to a lot of alternative music, like a lot of 30 Seconds to Mars, a lot of Fleetwood Mac, a lot of Queen, a lot of Gaudier, and just different variety of music. And as I got older, I learned how to express my feelings and express what I was going through into music with that type of genre. And shit, like, the last 5 years of my life been super fucking rough. And like, it's gotten a lot better, and I'm very grateful for my life. It's just, what I've seen in the past 5 to 6 years is fucking ridiculous. And like, I'm glad that I made this far. I'm glad that I went through what I went through to be the person that I am now. And that album was just, you know, I just wanted to give the people a taste of what I went through as a person and what I went through mentally, and, you know, just to get to know me as a person as a whole as well. So it's pretty sad, but if you're open to new sounds, then I suggest you listen to it. But if you're not, don't listen to it. I'm fuck.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how was the feedback, considering it's not what fans probably expect from you?
Oh yeah, the feedback was great.
Yeah.
All the opinions that I worried about and I cared about, feedback was great. Obviously, it was a lot of people out there that really didn't like my sound and just really didn't like how I came on the album, but it is what it is. People are entitled to their own opinion. So, thanks.
And you got a partnership with Empire, right?
Yeah, I do. Shout out to Empire. Shout out to Ghazi. I love you, Ghazi. I've been with Empire for a little minute now. And yeah, they've been showing me nothing but love since then. And I'm in the process of making my own record label, the Kid Before Trunks LLC. So in the process right now, I'm trying to build my empire from the bottom. You feel me? I got a lot of people helping me. Shout out to Brain Breakery Magazine. Shout out to Fetty Records. They helped me a lot as well. And yeah, I like to keep everything in-house. And my team right now is they're unstoppable right now. So yeah, very big plans coming soon.
So you're looking to develop some new talent, put some other artists
eventually. Not right now, but eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta work on myself first. And when I'm done working on myself, then I'll be able to look for new talent.
Yeah. Working on a new project now?
Not really. I'm just recording back to back nonstop. Like I probably have over like 100 like unreleased songs that I could just choose from and just pick out songs and just make a project out of it. I'm not really focused on planning out any projects right now. I'm just worried about singles and visuals right now.
Okay. That's
all I'm worried about.
You know what your next video is gonna be?
Yeah. It's called Breeze. Shit's hard. Shit's hard. Yeah, shit's hard.
All right, what else you working on right now, Trunks?
I am working on doing a pop-up for my merchandise for my album, and I'm trying to figure out what cities are open so I could do that, so I could interact with the fans more. Cause like me being stuck in a crib, like I just miss just being around my fans and just miss just being around people that like support me and shit. So I'm in the process of trying to do like a pop-up shop in different cities and shit. And me and my team are in the process of booking shows again, because some places are 100% open. Like North Florida is fully open. South Florida is not open at all, barely open. So yeah, we're in the process of booking out shows and just planning out certain shit and just tunnel vision.
Yeah. All right. Any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Hey man, shout out to the East, man. Shout out to the East Side, man. Shout out to San 1K, C-Trick, shit, Aposto, Vagabond. Shout out to Fetty Records. Shout out to my CEO, Absent Will, my other CEO, Rich Fetty. They in the background right now, but shit, we on the porch. Shout out to Off the Porch. We here, the greatest Asian rapper alive. Signing out. Tired. Gang.
They went from friend to an enemy, that's what they said to be. But you forgive and won't forget about that energy. I wish the best best for everybody.